Hello, and welcome to my Pick-3 at a Glance family and viewers. If this is your first time viewing my channel, please like and subscribe. I consider you family also. Here we're going to have today a refresher course, kinda. It's going to say, how to pick your own numbers in your own state with my Pick-3 at a Glance workout sheet, or I call it my Picasso, and I call it the Pick-3 cheat sheet. I think that's a tongue twister or something, but it's getting attention, so I'm using it. And the way it does, it really works because I take 22 numbers, which I'm going to explain how I come up with the 1,000 numbers for everyone to track and find their own Pick-3 number in their own states to play, where you don't have to fight with the different tic-tac-toes, running the date sums, the grids, the flips, and the multiple different rundowns that they have. I took the simple 1-1-1 rundown, and I had found 22 numbers that I did the 1-1 rundown on that comprised of the 1,000 numbers at a glance. So this way you don't have to do any of those other things. All you have to do is find the base numbers. They'll always be in the 1-1 rundown. Go to that column and check off the number that came in for the day. And this system works by the law of average. It's simple and easy to use. And as you count down and check off the numbers, you see what's going on with them in each column. You see how the numbers are being eliminated. And with the law of average, you know what numbers are left. And when you get down to the numbers that left, you know what numbers to start looking at it playing at a glance. You know when a column is hot. You know when a column is cold. You know when the numbers are hot. You know when the numbers are cold, all at a glance, because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. Now there's no more guessing or no more having to pay for somebody to tell you what number to play in your state, because you're able to track the numbers for yourself. It's easy and simple. It's just that simple. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to point out the 22 numbers that I use. I'm going to point out how they make up the 1,000 numbers that you need to check off. It's simple. I have 30 years with this system, and if you don't understand it, you can always call Mo Money Terry at 314-260-9801, or you can email me at momoneyterry@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment. This is a simple system. It's no brain strain. So this is basically a refresher course. If you're new or you're a new subscriber, you just want to get the basics. What I start off with was this one simple sheet, and it gives you 90% of everything you're going to need to be able to find and pick your own Pick-3 numbers to play. And then it puts everything in perspective. It gives you the realization that there's no system out there that you're going to find that's going to predict to you what number is going to come the next day. It's just not going to happen like that. It's not set up like that for you to be able to do that. You have to find your numbers. I guess you call them daily numbers or your pet numbers with this system. And you're going to have to carry them a while. That's just all to it. But the thing about that, as you're carrying the numbers and checking them off, you know how you missed the number, why you missed the number. You know what column the number came off. You know where to go and get your numbers when you do hit, because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, okay? It can't get any simpler, all right? Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call out the 22 numbers that I use to make up the 1,000 numbers that you can easily track on your own for your own state. All right, because all draws going to rotate it differently in all states. There's no way somebody can just tell you what numbers to use in your state unless they're tracking with a system or a calculator or some kind of electronics. But you can do it all at a glance on this one sheet. Okay, today you need to take these 22 numbers that I'm going to call off and make 22 columns. The first number, 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. These 12 numbers, doing the 1-1 rundown on them, will give you 12 columns. Each one of these columns equals 60 numbers, okay? And the 60 numbers times 12 gives you 720 numbers. Now, you have the 720 numbers. That is 1,000 that's 70% of that 1,000 numbers at a glance that you can look off and mark and see what's going on each day when your numbers come in, okay? Then you have the doubles. Doubles can come 3 different ways. So each one of these doubles that you do the 1-1 rundown on will be 30 numbers, okay? And those numbers are on the double: 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros, 011, 022, 033, 044. All right? Now, with those 30 numbers times 9, because you have the triples, they can only come one way, which will give you 10 numbers. So 9 times 30 gives you 270 numbers. 9 times 30, 270 numbers, which equals 990 numbers, plus the 10 triples that can only come one way gives you 10. And you got 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds is what you have. Okay? With these 1,000 numbers here that you have, for all these numbers to rotate and change positions, starting off, say that's 126, for it to come back to that 126 again, with the law of average, doing the rotation could take you 3 years before that number rotate back again. With the system where that number could come up 2 or 3 times within a year. So it could take you 3 to 4 years for these numbers to rotate right back like they are on the board. That's why it's imperative that you track and count your own numbers. That way you'll know how the numbers are rotating at a glance. All right? Now, what we have here is, this would be a monthly sheet that you do. All right? Now, you're going to need a yearly sheet just like this that you can track for a year and keep your eye on everything for the year. And this here to keep your eye on everything for the month. Simple. As the numbers come in, you're marking them off. You're marking them off. You're checking them off. You're checking them off. You're checking them off. You're going to see as these numbers eliminate, you're going to see in real time how the numbers you are playing relate to you checking these numbers off your board. That way you'll always know if the number you're playing is going to be a good number or not. And what numbers, when you get ready to pick a number, where you should be getting them from. The beauty of this 1-1 rundown here, you're going to hear in the PICK-3 world, you're going to hear about mirrors and sister numbers. The mirror and sister numbers are all included in this 1-1 rundown. Okay? So let's say you have triple zeros to 499, and on this number grid, triple zero to 499 would be the top numbers, and from 500 to 999 would be the bottom numbers. So if I was to play 1, 2, 3, and the lottery played 6, 7, 8, they just played that bottom number. because a 1 can be a 6, a 6 can be a 1, a 2 can be a 7, a 7 can be a 2, a 3 can be an 8, 8 can be a 3, a 4 can be a 9, a 9 can be a 4, 5 can be a 0, 0 can be 5. They just opposite of each other. If I played 8, 9, 0, and the lawyer played 3, 4, 5, what they did, they just played the top number. Simple as that. And the reason being that you want to know that's powerful when these numbers are rotating is that in this mirror system, or the numbers opposite, as you tracking each month, you're going to find columns that won't be hit for 3 months, columns that might not be hit for 2 months. You're looking at 60 numbers that ain't hit for 2 months. So when you hit, you know exactly where to go get your numbers from. You don't have to call nobody. You don't have to look at no books. You don't have to do no tic-tac-toe. You don't have to do no date sums. You don't do no grids. You don't do no flips. You don't do those multiple 100 different rundowns off. They can make them, any one of these numbers they can do a rundown off of. And you'll never see what you're going to see looking at all 1,000 numbers. Okay? So this is basically, like I call it, it's a sheet. It's a sheet so you can see where you're going to always pull your numbers from. You don't have to, once you do this and start following me, so I can explain anything that you don't get, with 30 years experience, I can explain anything on this sheet in 30 minutes or less. 30 minutes or less. And another thing, like I said, all these columns, the mirrors are included. All these columns are in alphabetical order. All of them in alphabetical order. Not alphabetical order, in numerical order. My mind went somewhere else there for a minute. But are in numerical order. I don't know where the alphabetical order came from, but numerical order. All right. I guess, when you talk and try to do this stuff, man, your brain take over sometime. But it's all in numerical order. So the 015, the mirror of it, or the opposite of it, is 510. 5 can be a 0, 0 can be a 5. 6 can be a 1, 1 can be a 6. A 5 can be a 0, 0 can be a 5. Just 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 6 is 6, 7, 1. A 1 can be a 6, a 6 can be a 1. 2 can be a 7, 7 can be a 2. Or 6 can be a 1, and 1 can be a 6 again. All at a glance. So if you find a column here ain't played in 3 months, as you checking off and checking each month, because you're making a sheet for each separate month, just like this, and checking them off, and you'll be able to see what number columns just by making a mark or something to remind you that nothing fell off that column for say this September, for September when you go into October, or this column that nothing fell off when you go over to October. If you find that a number and its opposite hadn't played, and you're looking for numbers to play, you definitely gonna play those two numbers that's opposite each other, because by the law of average, one of those numbers coming in. By the law of average. No math, no nothing. All at a glance. No flipping, no mirrors, no tic-tac-toes, no date sums, no adding numbers up to see what they equal, 10, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. Because you're looking at all actual 1,000 numbers. Now this is just, I call it my Picasso, my PICK-3 at a glance sheet, and now I call it my cheat sheet for winning PICK-3. And this for you to know what's going on in your own state. Okay? And the hitting the next day is not going to get, no system going to show you what numbers come the next day. Only system going to show you is that has worked is for you to find a number, play responsibly. I use four numbers that I play every day. If I'm going to play daily, I'm a lotto head and I play daily, I'm going to carry 4 numbers I play every day. When those 4 numbers hit, I automatically know where I'm going to go get my next numbers, which I'm going to play. And then I'm also really mostly piled up on my daily pet numbers that I carry, or my daily numbers that I carry, before I go to this sheet and start playing a whole bunch of different numbers. But you really won't do that, because you're going to see how the numbers are falling. You're going to have the patience to wait on the numbers, because you're going to actually in real time see how long it takes for a number to fall, even your numbers that you're playing. You won't lose no sleep because you got a game. You got a plan. You can see a plan. You can make a plan with this. You can see why your number didn't come or how you missed your number. You can plan how you're going to play your number or almost have an idea of how long it takes your number to come. Because if you play and say this 450, just number you pull out the air and see that it ain't failed in 4 months off that column. You'll be able to see everything at a glance. This is my PICK-3 at a glance cheat sheet, and my Picasso, everyone. So that's as much as I can explain it. Please like, share, comment, text me, call me. Come knock on my door. No, I'm just kidding. Don't knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. Call me. I'll meet you somewhere. If you knock on my door, we might have some issues because I won't know how you found me. But no, I'm just messing with y'all. I'm getting goofy. But if you knock on my door, you're welcome. I'll talk to you through the door. Make sure you're okay. But anyway, y'all. But that's it. That's the best I can do for you. All right, now I always will give you my best with PICK-3 at a glance sheet. All right, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. God bless.